So Kev, really good to progress in the Emirates FA Cup last weekend. A late winner is always a great way to win a game of football. So what's that done for the confidence and the morale around the place?
Yeah, I think it's important to win first and foremost, and to do it late on is always nice, and it gives you good confidence, or should give you good confidence. So pleased with that. Pleased. I think we looked a little bit like our old selves a little bit. So it's always tough to go away from home in the FA Cup and to come away with a win is really, really pleasing.
Yeah, and it's our first chance to ask you about the draw as well, since that was made on Monday, an exciting first round tie against Nathan Jones's Charlton Athletic, coming to Roots Hall in a couple of weeks' time. What was your reaction to when you saw us pulled out against them?
Yeah, listen, I think when you're in that round, you want a big one if you want, and don't come much bigger than Charlton that are left in the comp. So I think it helps local, so they'll bring a big following. We'll have a big crowd, so it makes for a good game. Be good to see Nathan as well, obviously. I know very well and still in touch with quite a lot. So yeah, looking forward to it. We can put that to bed now after last week and look forward now to getting some results in the league if we can, and being ready for that when it comes.
Yeah, 3 games in the league to come before that comes around, all in a week as well, starting with the trip to Rochdale on Saturday. And like you say there, it's important to try and take the win from Saturday in the cup into try and turn the form around in the league as well.
Yeah, listen, I think different challenge. Rochdale started ever so well, and they're a really good football side and caused teams a lot of problems. They got really fluid in how they play and they've improved since last season, certainly, and Jim's done a brilliant job there. So we know how tough it will be, and anyone that's gone there this year has found that out.
Yeah, and this weekend we'll also bring up your 3rd year anniversary of Southend manager, also your 150th game as well, in charge on Saturday against Rochdale. When you have a bit of time to reflect, you must be so proud of the job that you've done since coming in, when I think the club was probably at its lowest ebb.
Yeah, I think so. I don't, we talk about it, it's been nearly 3 years, and it's hard to look and what's gone on here for 3 years. I looked a lot younger, I know that, and lighter, everything else like that. But yeah, it's hard to put into words what's happened, what's gone on, what you've had to deal with. But I look at it and go, what we've been through, and we've got a football club, we've got new owners, we've got a staff and a management team that care about the football club, that work their socks off to improve it every day. Behind the scenes of our scouting team, what we've got there. So the fundamentals of everything we've got in place are good. There's bumps along the road, we know that. This season everyone probably expected us to be up there straight away, but it's not always the case. There's so much to be done. But if I look at where it was when we come in, I think the crowd was just over 3,000. I think it's easy to get home, something like that. To where we're at now and what the crowds are like is an unbelievable achievement. I think the players we've recruited that going 15 months in embargo and still ending up in a playoff spot tells you how the recruitment went. So there's ups and downs along the way, but so many proud moments, and so proud to be manager of the football club. And it feels like we're starting again with the new owners and Kosu there, and looking to take it forward and set up a club for the future again. Starting from the building blocks of what we've got to do, because you can't. I've said it before that so much has gone on that we've got to get it right. And when it turns eventually, that I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with and hard to stop.
Yeah, you sort of touched on it there as well. Like having a team that the fans can connect with. Is that one of the things that you look at and sort of feel proud of what you've done? Maybe that wasn't the case beforehand. So just having a team of a group of players that the fans can connect with is something in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, without a shadow of a doubt. I think we created a team and a bond that you could see the connection between the players within the group and within the fans as well. And everyone's once everyone is pulling in the same direction, that gives you a chance. And we're doing that. We've had to tweak things, and things have changed, as it does in football. But we know what we wanted to do. We know where we're at. We know what we've got to do going forward. So that's the biggest challenge, is rebuilding a football club. And that comes through getting things right on the football pitch, first and foremost. And then obviously Kosu and come in and they'll help get that right everywhere else around the football club. And, you know, if you look even 6 months ago where we were to where we are now, I think you've got to take so many positives from it, because I know once we get it right, we'll go.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look back to last year's game at Rochdale, that was, I think, your 100th game in charge. Now it's your 150th against Rochdale. Last year was a come from behind sort of draw, 2-0 down, and then drew 2-2. To go and maybe try and go one better this weekend, is that the task?
I think it's always the task, but, you know, without absolute respect for the opponents, because, you know, we were under the cosh there early in the game, so we done well to hold on and come back into it and getting the goals when we did. But you got to respect the opponents and how good they are, but without having the fear to go perform to our maximum again and see if we can go get a result.
Cheers, thank you.
Kevin, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Have the lads got a nice surprise for you?
No, nothing really. I've had my job on the cake, so yeah, no, I think it's Keenan's birthday as well as the other day, so yeah, no, the staff had got me a little present, which was nice.
And they obviously gave you a good birthday present on Saturday with that fantastic win over Eastleigh. Have you noticed a difference between how they were just a week ago to how they are now?
No, I don't know, because they worked their socks off a week ago. That's why I spoke here all the time. There's moments in games you've got to get right, and you know what people perceive to be a good performance and a bad performance can come down to moments in games that you get right. A set piece here, a set piece there. Do we need to improve? Yeah, I think we do. We know what areas we need to get better at, but you can't change that many players and not have a transitional period, if you want, of what we are and what we look like. And we got to get back to that, and hopefully there's signs of that coming.
There was also a clean sheet for Colin as well. That must give him a lot of confidence. You must be pleased for him.
Yeah, delighted. He's had probably a difficult start, if you want, but he's a young keeper, done unbelievable for us. You know, last year, the year before, you know, how he's such maturity. But maybe that's coinciding with, you know, players that have been out of the team. So, but yeah, delighted for him because he deserved that.
A word on Arabin Pepper as well, because he obviously got the winner. He's got a few important goals for you this season, and the strength and the pace he showed, it's really exciting to watch, actually. And does it feel like he's settling in and finding his feet now?
Yeah, I think we've had a lot of people come in. So pleased he got the goal at the time he did. We always want to be able to change our forwards at the right time, because, you know, if you get to 60, 70 minutes and you can bring fresh legs on when other teams are tiring, then, you know, that's got to be a positive. And it's with the 7 subs, it's what we've always wanted to get to. We've seen it with other teams this year. We haven't been able to do it. So, you know, maybe we got the sub right and added to maybe us winning the game.
It seems to be a common theme that whenever you're going through a tough period and the players aren't getting the results out on the pitch, they always pull it back. I can't count the number of times that this has happened in the last sort of year. Where does that character and sort of determination come from?
No, listen, I think it's in them. I think every club, every team in the league is going to have disappointing results at stages. That happens. That's football. You know, and other teams get out of it. There's momentum in the league, confidence. But, you know, you're going to get it. It's part and parcel of football. And, you know, it's something to deal with. And footballers, and they love being out on the pitch training and working hard and keep working hard and, you know, getting better at what we do. And hopefully it turns like it has done a little bit before. So, no, they've got good character, we know that.
And Sunday will be your three-year anniversary as head coach at the club. Obviously, you've been ups and downs, and you say you've enjoyed your time a lot. Where do you see the club in 3 years from now?
Listen, I don't want to put markers on where it is or what league we're in or anything like that. We know where we want to be. A little bit. Sometimes you just got to take the first step and see where it takes you, and that's all we can do is keep improving. Where we were at the end of last year to now, slightly different, but we've got to adjust to that and react. But I still think when we do turn it, then I think we'll be ready to move on, and you know, I think we'll take a lot of stopping once we get going. But we've got to get there. And that's everyone pulling in the right direction as a football club, and not little fractions here and there. I think that's the biggest thing that's got us through the last year, is everyone sticking together. So what we need now is to more than ever for that to happen, and we all want the same common goal at Southend to be successful.
Tough game on Saturday, Rochdale away. Struggled there in the recent past. 17th of the league obviously isn't where you'd like to be, but that middle of the National League table is so congested, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got 3 games in the space of 9 days. In 2 weeks from now, things could look completely different, couldn't they?
Yeah, but let's focus on Saturday. That's why I talk about moments in games changing. Every point's important. But as you guys say, it's a tough one at Rochdale. Very good side and really well organised, really well coached. So, a tough game for us.